Alright. When it died down, and I was saying the application and expose of the conferred the government in one of the student there shall be filed. Very 5% happens. It will be everything that makes it. I don't think it's over. It will get stuck at America. Which is this they have to get rid of the second yes. Yes. Rochester also pending one more order. It was passed by the single bench on 20th 9, 2020. That will further clarify. That order was passed on seeking amendment in the regulation. Whether prior to issuance of the corrigendum to include the PE holders, whether they had the equivalent certificate from any of the departments? That situation arose only because when the writ petition was filed and an application was also submitted for seeking amendment, and then still Rule 36 was brought to the notice of Honorable Court. Then Honorable Court passed an order that get a clarification. Yes. Sir, I am requesting Honorable Court to have pending one more order passed by the Learned Single Bench on 20th 9, 2023. That also had relevance in hearing on the issue regarding eligibility. 20th 9, 2023. Yes. That was an order passed on application seeking amendment in the writ petition. Yes. The para begins from in compliance of the order dated 3/8/2020. Yes, please continue. Department of Custom, DOP has evaluation concerned staff selection supervised foundation request dated 8/2020. With regards to the eligibility of the person having degree of genital engineering and automobile engineering for appointment of the post of historical service whether they are kilograms and state outside petitioners objected to the opinion given by the request on the ground that the group can see the sector on 10/2021. To the effect of any dispute with regard to educational qualification and connects. The committee will decide matter, whereas in the present matter, only joint secretary of the DOP has given experience which is followed to the but in that of the matter, the secretary DOP is directed to fill the matter before the Superintendent's committee possibility consult of the circular dated 18/10/2021. All right. With regard to eligibility of candidates who are having degree of secondary Indian and automobile engineering for appointment to the post of housing inspector, in pursuit of the recruitment agent's policy, the secretary is further directed to send its report to the court before next date of hearing. Then may I pause here for a moment and further establish the subject. Then this is any. Yes. The issue issue which was before the Honorable Court learned single bench was not only of equivalence but eligibility also. And here also what we are submitting is the eligibility. At this stage, may I also request Honorable Court that also the committee which was constituted in the report, which has been reproduced at page 16 by not or perhaps
page 16. It's of your petition.
No, my
you were at that. So this committee, what if?
बैठक की कार्रवाई at the bottom. न्यायालय जयपुर पीठ के एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव याचिका संख्या 100 मनीष कुमार आलूरिया 100 और 14/10/2022 को अपराध 4.5 शैक्षणिक अर्हता एवं शैक्षणिक समकक्षता समिति की बैठक आयोजित हुई, जिसमें निम्नलिखित अधिकारियों ने उपस्थित रहे: ट्रांसपोर्ट कमिश्नर, एडिशनल ट्रांसपोर्ट कमिश्नर, फाइनेंशियल एडवाइजर, डेप्यूटी कमिश्नर, तकनीकी विशेषज्ञ, the district.
They are all of the transport department. They are all of the transport department.
All are of transport. And these officers of the transport department have technical knowledge as well. And they consider with regard
some of them may have been just brought up from another degree holder earlier, no?
No, of course, when educational qualification is to be considered for the purpose of equivalence, the educational curriculum is to be considered. But when eligibility is considered for the purpose of
where is the independent examination by an equivalence committee? Equivalence committee would be those who would be knowing the educational qualification.
Therefore, my submission is what was referred matter was with regard to the clarification of the rule under Rule 36.
When the High Court directed that it should be by a committee,
constituted committee, already constituted committee. The order says already constituted committee. So this was the constituted committee prior to the order passed by the Honorable. This is not a new committee which has been formed by the state government on its own. The High Court passed the order that already constituted committee will consider. And therefore this has been in compliance of the order passed. And it has given reasons also. If the Honorable Court finds it, I will give the reasons given by the Court. What the committee said is, at page 18, प्रश्नगत याचिका में पक्षकार अभ्यर्थियों द्वारा सड़क परिवहन एवं राजमार्ग मंत्रालय भारत सरकार की अधिसूचना दिनांक 8/5/2019 अवधि करते हुए मैकेनिकल ऑटोमोबाइल बिक्रीदार को पात्र मानने पर उक्त अधिसूचना का उल्लंघन किया जाना बताया, क्योंकि शक्ति है कि अधिसूचना केंद्रीय मोटरयान अधिनियम की धारा के अंतर्गत न्यूनतम शैक्षणिक योग्यता का निर्धारण करती है। उक्त अधिसूचना राज्य सरकार को मोटर वाहन उपनिवेश पद की न्यूनतम शैक्षणिक से अवसर योग्यता निर्धारित करने से प्रतिबंधित नहीं करती। इसी परिप्रेक्ष्य में राजस्थान कर्मचारी चयन बोर्ड द्वारा शैक्षणिक योग्यता निर्धारित किया गया है, जो प्राकृतिक न्याय सिद्धांत व्यवहारिक दृष्टिकोण से देखा जाए तो किसी भी शैक्षणिक योग्यता विचार करते समय न्यूनतम का ही निर्धारण किया जाता रहा है। किसी भी पद के लिए अर्हता के न्यूनतम मापदंड की निर्धारित किया जाना उचित है। निर्धारित से उच्चतर योग्यता धारक अभ्यर्थी को अपात्र मानना न परसंगत है, न ही न्याय संगत है। This was considered.
It is not equivalence.
So therefore, by submission, they were not considering equivalence.
This committee was equivalence committee. In terms of the order of 21, is what the High Court said.
High Court said
Otherwise, what they have done is that they have reiterated what the Secretary had already done.
Sir, with regard to eligibility, High Court's order was considered with regard to eligibility only granted at the of the order. It will be inconvenient, but not clear.
Again, let's have a look at this.
This is order
Of 20th September 2022.
Last paragraph. In that view of the matter, the Secretary DOP is directed to place matter before equivalence submitting constituted in pursuance of the circular dated 10/10/2021 with regard to eligibility of candidates who are having degree of mechanical engineering and automobile engineering for appointment to the post of engine inspectors in pursuance of the equipment decreed so. So verification order was clear that this committee will be constituted only for the purpose of see whether the higher qualification is included or not. So that was the reference made. If reference would have been not with reference to the constituted committee and specifically in reference to this advertisement, probably the education qualification would have been required to be seen. Here may I pause here for a moment and further submit that this qualification has one education qualification and then technical qualification. Education qualification is secondary. And thereafter you have technical qualification. So minimum qualification is diploma. Whether the minimum qualification is sufficient or if any person has higher than minimum, then also such person who possesses the higher qualification eligible or not.
Then where was the need of adding later on in the rule higher qualification?
Persons controls arose and there is a judgment by the Danish single bench. Therefore, the rule-making authority thought it proper to amend the rules. Having a judgment against,
All right.
if they clarify it, and therefore I submitted the situation is such.
Anything else, sir?
But I have a number of judgments on which.
Yes.
And the issue for the consideration is eligibility not. And eligibility
That you have said. That you have said that you are, and eligibility is not qualification. It has to be distinct, understood, and not qualification.
No,
So a person may not be qualified, but if he is eligible, he should be allowed.
not my submission. My submission is that
We want to know.
yes, that
When you have been harping several times on eligibility,
my submission.
we wanted to know whether a person who may do not have a qualification, can he be declared eligible?
That is not my submission at all.
Then
My submission is, if a person has higher qualification, whether such person is eligible or not, if minimum qualification has been qualified. So diploma.
what you essentially are saying is, what we could understand is that although there may be one qualification laid down, a person having higher qualification would also be entitled to
That
participate.
is the precise issue.
This is what you are saying. We would be entitled to participate and in any selection which is to be done, right?
Our higher qualification includes the lower qualification.
So any person possessing higher qualification can also participate in any selection
That is the issue.
where the qualification may be of a lower level.
Qualification prescribed under the rules may be lower, but please take note of the minimum. That prescription of the qualification is minimum.
Mr. Vasu, would it not be like this? That higher qualification has to be in that same stream. After diploma, you can do degree. Can you do it?
Yes.
So that would be in the same stream. First you have to do diploma, then you do degree. No.
No.
There are two different.
A person can get admission directly in the degree course.
That is another thing. But whether for a degree course and diploma course, are they two distinct courses or not?
So,
Or are they one after another? Like suppose a person, the qualification would have been graduate. Then naturally a postgraduate is also eligible because he has done graduation. A person who has done 12th is naturally he has done 10th. That is why he is eligible. But when we are talking about two different qualifications, can we say that without their being declared equivalent. That because it is a higher qualification. How it is higher is we don't know. Because if a particular diploma holder of 3 years in a particular
mechanical or automobile,
whatever faculty it may be, he is trained for that particular part. Whether somebody else may have done degree, in that he may also studied those subjects, and he may get an advanced knowledge relating to it. But can it be said to be higher or lower? Two different qualifications.
But with all humility and my command, I would say that as far as these courses are concerned, and there are readings and the judgment has also dealt with it, it's a mixed admission. A person can get directly admission in the degree course. A person can, who is not as meritorious as the person who has been admitted in the degree course, get admission in diploma course. A diploma course candidate has a chance to upgrade his knowledge and degree. Therefore, while prosecuting the diploma, he is given a chance to get admission in the degree course also.
In this particular faculty.
In all engineering subjects. So, while prosecuting diploma, if a candidate gets admission in degree and he completes the degree course, then also he purchases the diploma. Second,
so it's a higher qualification. That
it being a higher qualification. Therefore, sir, when such chance is given, it presupposes that a degree holder, sir, after completing 2 years or 3 years course of diploma, if that person is given admission in the engineering course at the higher level, that is in the 3rd year or 4th year, then he has studied. All engineering candidates have also studied the diploma courses. Course of 1st year, 2nd year, and 3rd year, even in the degree course, remains almost same. And they all read, a degree holder reads all subjects of the diploma. Therefore, it is a question of knowledge. Therefore, my submission was, with all humility, I would say, in the mainstream. Sir, kindly visualize the situation. I do a MA. After doing my graduation BSc, if a person go for a Master of Arts in Humanities or Social Sciences, he may not possess the knowledge of the subjects of the Humanities and Social Sciences. If a person after doing BSc go for MA in Philosophy, he does not have the knowledge of the philosophy in the degree course. He is only having in the PG course. But if a person has knowledge and has qualified degree in philosophy, also do MA in philosophy, then MA philosophy cannot be excluded. That includes the lower qualification. Therefore, sir, the same stream becomes relevant. Here the degree is in the same stream. It is not the issue of equivalence, it is the issue of the higher qualification, whether includes the lower qualification or not, if it is in the same stream. With all respect, I would say the equivalence was not required, but since there was an order of the Honorable Court, therefore it was done. Otherwise, as far as rulemaking authority is concerned, the rulemaking authority was quite clear in its mind that higher qualification includes lower qualification. So prior to 2013 and thereafter, till this advertisement and controversy arose, the rulemaking authority never ever thought that there is a requirement of equivalence. This was quite clear in their mind that the higher qualification includes lower qualification in the same stream. This equivalence issue arose only because of the order of the Honorable Court.
Any judgments which you want to cite?
The judgments I would prefer to cite.
Other than what have come in the single judge case? Other than those which have been cited before single judge?
By and large.
Then you can leave it on us and conclude. Or if you
I am full.
that we will. But if you want to cite any of them which has not been taken care of properly by the single judge, then please.
So all judgments which I have cited, with respect, I would say have not been correctly appreciated.
That's all right. That's the way of looking at it.
And what I would do is,
but they have been quoted. They have been gone through by the learned single judge. As what we could see from the detailed judgment which has been passed.
What I would
now the only judgment on which he has ultimately relied is Zahur. So come on that Zahur's case. Because they say that both of you have relied on Zahur's matter. So we can perhaps get some cue from that judgment. We also need the copy of that judgment for us.
I'll pass on the compilation. As a matter of fact, sir, the last judgment on the issue was passed in 2021. That is of the Puneet Sharma versus Himachal Pradesh State Electricity Board.
That is the judgment which you rely upon, mainly.
I rely upon that judgment because that has considered various other judgments also.
Yes. And it has observations too.
So much.
Yes. You want us to read the Puneet Sharma?
I was prepared, sir, for that.
Huh?
Not sure.
All right. Puneet is at page 1.
But I would prefer to refer not all the paras, but para 18, 31, 27 and 20. The issue before the Honorable Supreme Court was, it is at page 1 of this compilations.
Yes.
And I believe the Honorable Court is on this judgment.
Yes, para 18.
Para 2.
Para 18. You said para 18.
Sir, para 18, but prior to that, what was the controversy para 2?
That we have the qualification.
But the controversy was whether this diploma includes in the same discipline or not. Therefore, I wanted to read. Whether a degree in electrical engineering, of electrical and electronics engineering technical is a higher qualification than diploma in that discipline, and whether a degree holder are eligible for appointment to the post of senior engineer under the 11 requirements is the same issue that falls for the decision in the allowance. So, not the time we now try to para 18 first. The analysis and conclusions. Notes I am not reading, sir. Admittedly, the notes say diploma, but in 19 days have been considered. On 12/10/2007, All India Council for Technical Education prescribed that the student acquires a diploma in engineering. There are 19. There are 18 I referred only for the purpose of referring the rules. On 12/1/2007, the All India Council for Technical Education prescribed that the student acquires a diploma in engineering through a minimum of 3 years of institutional study after 10+2 secondary examination. Diploma holders were to be academically equivalent to the students who who passed first year of its 4-year engineering degree program. On 24/5/2010, by clause 11 of the recruitment and promotion regulations applicable to NPS were amended. They provided for essential qualification and promotion of the post of senior engineer to the post of assistant engineer. Effective from 21/6/2012, the rules of recruitment and regulations were amended inter India to the cadre of assistant engineer by NPS, providing two distinct quotas in the promotion quota forms. From among the 7 junior engineers, the existing quota of 6% available to those who qualified AMI degree in engineering qualification, etc. and service minimum 1 year regular service after confirmation was reduced to 5% quota by amendment. In addition, the promotion quota for the post of assistant engineer from the cadre of junior engineer was to the extent of 5% of eligible candidates. Constitution now confirmed to Dara 138. Before I read para 28, can I also request Honorable Court one more thing? That the issue was considered by AICTE also. And apart from degree holder, there is one more qualification which is equivalent to degree, that is AMI. All those diploma holders, they are also permitted if they do not get admission into engineering. There is one certificate which is known as AMI. So if they do AMI, that is also equivalent to degree. But only condition, it should be in the same stream. And therefore, AICTE also gave passed an order which was circulated to all departments that if a person holds a diploma and has qualified, which I read, and has further been given admission in the degree, then it should be presumed that he has read the degree course of first year and second.
All right.
Para 28. The issue was considered.
Mr. Babu, please conclude quickly because we have some 2-3 cases lined up today.
Right.
We want you to conclude it quickly.
I can do one more thing. I'll just put on the paras. Lordship's no paras.
All right. You have said 37 paras. In this case, what the Supreme Court did is, there was PM Latha's case, there was Jahur's case, which talked about that if this is the qualification, no additional qualification can be added. But they said that in this case, there is a distinguishing feature. The word for qualification which has been used is minimum. And therefore, it allowed. But one thing in your favor is that what the Supreme Court has observed here is with regard to that later on, the government amended the rule and added the higher qualifications. And they said the intention of the government is this. And that has already come.
Therefore, I said, when the lordships have complete...
all right. Yes, sir.
What do you think I will make? But the judgment which was relied upon, there is a distinction between the recruitment of the peon. That distinction has been made in Punit Sharma's case.
Yeah.
Recruitment on the post of peon. A degree holder on 10 plus secondary school examination.
Yeah.
Then the Supreme Court said no. On the post of peon, no specialization is required. Therefore, minimum qualification will prevail there. But here it is specialized qualification which is required. And sir, one more thing, last sir. My Leonard field also. There is this one document there. Sir, before concluding, my Leonard can also add something. Wisdom can be done at any point of time. So in compilation, certain paras have been mentioned.
Yes.
But while reading the judgment, I have noted some more paras also, which I will add in this compilation.
All right.
Just now.
All right. So we pass it on back to you.
So when we read again and again, something comes out.
But you can be assured that we will read the entire judgment.
I have complete belief in that, sir. And knowledge also.
It's knowledge. Knowledge is not there.
One Leonard wants it on the other side. Yes,
Yes, he wants to add something.
I can see general application that we have done. Documents that we have gotten by RTS reply dated 23rd of December 21, whereby the state has also considered as unmedicated.
The state's letter is there. Now also state has.
This is prior to the last bit of submission of the application form, whereby they have certified that the candidates who have acquired the
Where is
qualification.
that?
That is serial number 6.
Read petition number.
Specifically for reimbursement records and serial number 6. So if I just log in an application for basic additional documents.
15 to
2 DBS number 2. This is an application being filed on 24th September 25.
At what page?
Starts from page 150 monthly application. And after that, we have a connection A1. So starting from page 156.
A1 you have filed. Notification.
So,
10th March. This is 10th March 25 letter.
25 when we replied with the article along with strips, we have received the correspondence dated 24th of December 21.
Yes, 156. At page 156. 156. Yes. There. Application. Even. Yeah, I think it's